Good evening and welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean, and here's some of the top stories we have for you tonight. Check your eggs. Are they from the wrong basket? Family robs family. We've got the exclusive. And your winning lottery numbers. These stories and more are up next on News Channel 8.
News Channel 8 is sponsored by AT&T. Centennial is joining AT&T for greater coverage, more innovation, and better service.
In our top story tonight, there's been a huge recall of eggs due to salmonella poisoning. Local health officials said that environmental health officers have found that 3 out of the 13 name brands of eggs are the subject of the nationwide recall stemming from a salmonella outbreak. Symptoms of salmonella include fever, stomach cramps, and diarrhea. This happens approximately 12 hours after consumption. Officers recommend that recalled eggs be discarded or returned to the store that they were purchased at. And in other news, an Italian family was robbed on the beach recently. News Channel 8's Wes Small files this exclusive report from St. Croix.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. This is really a sad story. Let's break it down. I was talking to Deputy Police Chief Hal this morning. We're at the area like Sunset Grill area out west. Frederickstead, of course, this beautiful beach. What we have, folks, is 2 families from 2 different cultures enjoying themselves on the beach yesterday, later in the afternoon. We had an Italian mother and father and their children, and also a local couple, a mother and father and their children. And the local family had locks, braids, okay? As the events progressed, the local mother and father got to their vehicle in this area, you know, and I guess the kids were taking their last dip, right? And the local mother and father edged their car closer towards the beach area. So the Italian tourists probably figured, oh, I guess they're, you know, getting ready to clean up. And the kids, they got all their stuff in, but they didn't only get their own possessions in. Yes, the kids robbed the Italian tourist and the family, gathered up whatever they could steal, piled into the local car with the mom and dad, and they drove away. Yes, folks, we have a family robbing another family. Now, I got to tell you something. I know I shouldn't be throwing my 2 cents in here, but I got to tell you, that is really sad news, because if you want a thief or thief, no problem, I guess. You have to answer to the authorities for your actions. But when you involve your children to rob another family, I got to tell you, Deputy Police Chief Hal, he is really upset.
There was a group of Italian tourists that were visiting the island of St. Croix, and they were on the beach with their family. And it appears that 4 individuals, 2 minors and 2 adults, robbed them of their, or I guess you could say snatched their bags off the purse. And it's actually the children that did it and ran to the vehicle that had the 2 adults in it, and then the vehicle fled the area. I myself, along with members of the B Command or Francis Command unit, responded to the scene, and we are investigating this case as you know, as a theft, and we're working with the Italian tourists that were the unfortunate victims in this case.
It's a red vehicle that we're looking for. If you know anything about this, you should call 911 778 2211. Ask for the Criminal Investigation Unit, or you can always call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS. For now, sadly, I guess we could say this. The family that plays and swims together now robs together. It's sunset. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Wes. And 2 suspects have been arrested for shoplifting at a department store on St. Thomas. News Channel 8's Lee Carl has the exclusive.
Deputy Chief Dwayne DeGraff filled us in on that information regarding 2 men who entered Kmart different times Saturday. Both left the store with a number of items they didn't purchase, up to about $200 worth of goods. One of the men hid some of the items in his legs under his pants, taped there. Kyle Woods, 40, of California, and Stephen Coleman of New York, with no fixed address, were arrested the same day. Both men charged with grand larceny. Chief said that most of the two men entered the store different times. They placed some of the merchandise in the backpack, and Woods, again, put some of the merchandise under his pants, taping that to his legs. The police assistant chief, Dwayne DeGrasse, said he didn't know how the two men were discovered with the stolen goods, but they were observed leaving the store without paying. Bail was set for each at $10,000. In St. Thomas, Lee Carl for News Channel.